Welcome guys, so we got a dual reaction. We're going to be watching The Most Disturbing Lost Media 2. And we got my friend here. You want to say something?
Yeah, man, how's
Bet.
it going? I'm diving straight into this video, Most Disturbing Lost Media,
Bet.
episode 2.
Let's
Let's
fucking get
get
straight
it.
into it. We've definitely seen number 1, yep. New music, wow. They've all got some distinct music.
This is the bath cap I wore to keep my hair out of the way. The dark glasses I wore to keep the blood from trickling into my eyes. This is an old skull. An Irishman, I believe, in his day, which I practiced drilling on.
This is from
I
19 something.
decided to make the hole on the median line, just above the hairline.
Come on, narrator, we need you.
Heartbeat in the Brain is a 1970 documentary made by British scientist, artist, and drug policy reformer Amanda Fielding. Amanda decided to drill a hole in her skull with hopes of alleviating a variety of ailments or achieving a higher state of consciousness, even though these hypotheses have never been medically proven or recommended by doctors. After failing to find a doctor willing to conduct the procedure, she chose to perform it herself and documented the process on film. The documentary primarily consists of footage from the operation. It had its first known public screening in 1978 at the Suydam Gallery in New York, where several audience members reportedly fainted. Following this, the film was never officially released and remained largely unseen for decades. For many years, Heartbeat in the Brain was believed lost, but in April 2011, it was screened again at the Institute of Contemporary Arts in London. Although the full film has never surfaced online, portions of it appear in Eli Cabillo's 1998 documentary, A Hole in the Head, which explores individuals who drilled holes in their head in an effort to improve health and mental capacity. Making Heartbeat in the Brain
You believe that?
a partially found film.
Drill a hole so you feel better? What?
That's stupid.
The Crow is a 1994 action horror film
Yeah, that's
directed by
stupid.
Alex Proyas, starring Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee, in his final lead role. The film tells the story of Eric Draven, a musician who was brutally murdered by members of an inner-city gang on the day before his wedding. Eric returns from the dead on the anniversary of his death with supernatural powers to seek vengeance on those responsible. During production in 1993, Brandon Lee tragically died while filming an action scene. A gun used as a prop malfunctioned. A dummy cartridge's primer had dislodged during an earlier scene, leaving part of the projectile lodged in the barrel. When the same gun was loaded with blanks for a later shot, the blanks' force propelled the lodged projectile forward, striking Lee and rupturing a major blood vessel. He was rushed to the hospital but passed away later that day. The footage of the incident was reportedly destroyed at the director's request. However, some crew members have disputed this, with one even claiming to possess the footage. Despite these assertions, no evidence or images have ever surfaced, making it likely that the footage was indeed destroyed.
Not using creepy music in this one. It's like a video game. Oh, never mind.
Dawn Brancheau was a highly skilled and dedicated SeaWorld trainer, renowned for her work with orcas at SeaWorld Orlando. Known for her perfectionism, she frequently recorded her training sessions and performances to refine her techniques.
Never trust orcas,
On
bro.
February 24, 2010, during a training session with Tilikum, an orca already linked to previous deaths, a tragic incident occurred. Dawn was rewarding Tilikum with treats for successfully completing tricks. When he failed to perform one correctly and the treats ran out, Tilikum became frustrated. He attacked Dawn, grabbing her by the arm and pulling her underwater. The attack resulted in her death from drowning and blunt force trauma. SeaWorld faced intense scrutiny. The company attempted to portray the incident as an accident, suggesting that Dawn's ponytail might have triggered Tilikum's behavior. However, evidence showed she was pulled under by her arm, not her hair, and many trainers had worn ponytails without issue. SeaWorld was ultimately fined $75,000 for safety violations, and the incident sparked widespread controversy about the ethics and safety of keeping killer whales in captivity.
Fuck that, bro.
The tragedy led to a US law requiring barriers between trainers and orcas during interactions. Activists and organizations have since pushed for bans on orca captivity altogether. In 2013, the documentary Blackfish was released, shining a spotlight on Tilikum's history, including his involvement in the deaths of a trespasser and a part-time trainer before Dawn's death. The film featured footage of Dawn moments before the attack, though the actual attack was cut out, likely out of respect for her.
Do you trust orcas?
It's bad with the handling and aquariums and stuff.
No, you look like one. It's just like a costume.
It's not. It's not. What do you call it?
No, what? Safe.
It's just not right. Just keep them in that tiny little pond.
Yeah, they're gonna backlash or freak out sometime soon, right?
Yeah.
So much they can take,
The
yeah.
unedited footage has never been publicly released, and its whereabouts remain unknown. Tilikum later died on January 6th, 2017, at approximately 36 years old. The Mighty Casey is the 35th episode of the first season of the 1959 anthology TV series, The Twilight Zone. It premiered on CBS on June 17, 1960. The story follows the Hoboken Zephyrs, a struggling Major League Baseball team that recruits Casey, a robot pitcher capable of delivering unhittable lightning-fast pitches. Paul Douglas originally starred as Mouth McGarry, the team's manager. However, during filming in September 1959, Douglas was visibly sick and suffered a massive heart attack on set. Tragically, he passed away on September 11, 1959, just a day after shooting concluded. Given the somber circumstances surrounding Douglas's death, writer and executive producer Rod Serling felt the episode needed to be reshot to preserve its intended comedic tone. CBS declined to fund the reshoot, so Serling's production company, Cayuga Productions, covered the costs. The episode was subsequently refilmed with actor Jack Warden portraying Mouth McGarry. The original version featuring Paul Douglas has never been aired and may no longer exist. However, Serling ensured that as much of Douglas's footage as possible was reused in the final cut. As a result, a single shot of Douglas remains in the aired version, the closing scene, where Douglas is seen from a distance with his back to the camera.
My name's Erwin Ralston. My parents are Donna and Larry Ralston of Englewood, Colorado. Whoever finds this, please make an attempt to get it to them. Be sure of it. I would appreciate it.
Aaron Lee Ralston, born on October 27, 1975, in Marion, Ohio, moved with his family to Denver, Colorado at the age of 12. There, he developed a deep love for the outdoors, becoming an avid backpacker and skier. While attending Carnegie Mellon University in Pennsylvania, he worked as a raft guide. After graduating, Aaron spent 5 years working as a mechanical engineer for the tech company Intel across several states. In 2002, he left his engineering career and relocated to Aspen, Colorado, to fully dedicate himself to his passion for climbing. On April 26, 2003, 27-year-old Aaron Ralston set out to canyoneer alone in Blue John Canyon, a remote area in southern Utah, without notifying anyone of his plans. While descending a narrow, 3-foot-wide, 10-foot-deep section of the canyon, an 800-pound boulder dislodged and trapped his right forearm against the canyon wall. Over the next 5 days, Ralston rationed his limited supplies, 350 milliliters of water and 2 burritos, and eventually resorted to drinking his own urine to stay alive. Believing he would not survive, he recorded a video diary for his friends and family. For 3 days, he tried unsuccessfully to chip away at the boulder with a small knife. Finally, on the 5th day, severely dehydrated and desperate, Ralston realized that freeing himself would require amputating his arm. Using the knife, he broke the bones in his forearm and severed the surrounding tissue, successfully freeing himself.
What would you do, Ollie?
After the amputation, Ralston rappelled down a cliff using his one remaining hand and began hiking the 13 kilometers back to his car. Along the way, he encountered a Dutch family on vacation who gave him food and water and contacted the authorities. Although Ralston feared he would bleed to death before help arrived, a helicopter search team located and rescued him shortly after. Following the incident, Ralston's story gained widespread media attention. On July 21, 2003, he appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman, and his story was featured in GQ's Men of the Year and Vanity Fair's People of
They made a movie
2003.
about that.
In 2010,
Yeah.
his experience was dramatized in the film 127 Hours, starring James Franco. To prepare for the role, Franco and the filmmakers reviewed Ralston's personal video recordings from the canyon, incorporating verbatim excerpts into the script. Despite public interest, Ralston has declined to release the full video, explaining that it is a deeply personal message intended only for his family and friends. However,
What would you
one
do?
clip and some audio snippets have been made available. After his recovery, Ralston resumed mountaineering.
Would you cut it off? Or would you just sit there and just die?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I would, but
What, cut it off?
it's fucking scary, bro. I don't want to be in that situation ever.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a strong-minded man right there.
I would cut it off, bro. You have to. You really
Easy
think?
to say, I think. Easy to say.
No, I know that, but like you gotta think about it. Like, you know, it's better to be alive than just,
Yeah, of
you know what I
course.
mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'd rather be alive, and if I have two choices, be dead or live without an arm, I'd choose live without an arm. But that'd be crazy, right?
Becoming the first person to solo climb all of Colorado's 14ers in winter. He also published an autobiography titled Between a Rock and a Hard Place, recounting his traumatic experience and its aftermath. Shrey 27 is a film created by musician Diamanda Galas in collaboration with Italian filmmaker Davide Pepe over the course of 5 years. The film is inspired by Galas's
What is that?
1994 live album, Shrey X, and is described as
What is
an
that?
unrelenting portrait of a body suffering torture within the
What is that?
restricted
Let's see.
confines of a medical
It's
facility.
just like a rope.
Pepe explained that the project aimed to
The
translate
cat
this
plays with
vision
it.
of fear and monstrous anxiety
Yeah.
in a place where the
But it was
contained have no
Play-Doh.
rights
Plasticine,
and where
plasticine.
there is no escape. Premiering in 2011, Shrey 27 has since been shown exclusively at select concerts and events, without ever receiving a digital or commercial release, making it inaccessible to wider audiences. In 2012, a brief 4-minute clip was uploaded to the YouTube channel More Marbles. At the time of this video, the clip has garnered over 7,000 views. However, in 2016, Pepe commented on the video, requesting its removal. He wrote,
Oh,
Diamanda and I worked for 5 years to make that piece and to reach the quality you've been so lucky to experience yourself. Please take this video down immediately. This is a work that needs respect, followed by another plea to, please take it off. These comments suggest that Shrey 27 is unlikely to ever see a full public release.
bro, we just missed all of this. I don't even understand anything. Right, 26.
Boutros Ghali, better known by his stage name Tiny Tim, was born on April 12, 1932, in
Tiny
Manhattan,
Tim.
New York. He was an American musician and musical archivist, celebrated for his unique falsetto,
What the hell
wide
is this?
vocal range, and for popularizing the ukulele in the late 1960s. Tiny Tim became widely known for his 1968 hit recording of
Tiny
Tiptoe
Tim.
Through the Tulips, a cover of the 1929 song Tiptoe Through the Tulips,
Tiny
with me
fucking
from the
Tim.
musical The Gold Diggers of Broadway. Although he gained fame, his career eventually declined. Struggling with health issues and alcoholism, Tiny Tim developed congestive heart failure and type 2 diabetes. Despite his declining health, he continued to perform. On September 28, 1996, Tiny Tim was scheduled to perform at the Ukulele Hall of Fame Expo at the Montague Book Mill in Massachusetts. During a speech, he mentioned not feeling well before collapsing from a heart attack. The incident, which was captured on video, led to a hospitalization where doctors warned him that continuing to perform would likely shorten his life. Tiny Tim reportedly responded, "I am ready for anything that happens. Death is never polite, even when we expect it. The only thing I pray for is the strength to go out without complaining." Just 3 months later, on November 30th, 1996, Tiny Tim performed at a benefit show for the Women's Club in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He concluded his performance with "Tiptoe Through the Tulips" and began leaving the stage when his wife noticed something was wrong. When asked if he was okay, he replied, "No, I'm not," and collapsed. He was rushed to Hennepin County Medical Center, where he passed away at the age of 64. For over 2 decades, the footage of his first heart attack in Massachusetts was considered lost. It was rediscovered and made available as a bonus feature by the company Videosyncrasies for their documentary on Tiny Tim. The footage has since been uploaded to archive.org, where it is freely accessible.
Archive.org. What the fuck? Do you see this?
Creepy music. What is it?
I don't know, a piece of beef. Oh, that's pretty much it.
It's pretty interesting.
Not bad of a video. Lost Media 2. I didn't really know much about the other ones.
Lost Media 1.
Lost Media 1.
Tragically, he passed away on
I have to see Lost Media number 3 when
September
it comes out,
11th,
right?
19-
Yeah.
For
I rate
sure.
this probably like a 7, 6.5, like the first one.
Yeah, I'll say 6 point. Nah, it was better than the first one. 6.9.
Yeah, 6.1. Above 6.5, obviously.
6.9, yeah.
Yeah. Like, subscribe for part 2. Yeah, part 3. Well, another dual reaction, obviously. Who knows, maybe a trio reaction with some other guy, some other
Perhaps.
friend. Starts with the letter
Perhaps.
N. Right?
Yeah.
Or we'll just, yeah, just to spice things up a little bit. But yeah, like, subscribe.
Too easy.
Anything else you're going to say?
Comment down below.
Comment down below what to react. It's facts. It's facts. But thanks for watching.